Welcome to THB Sports Weekly. I'm your host, sports editor George Bremer, and this is your weekly place to get updated on all the athletics covered in the Herald Bulletin sports area. This being a debut episode, we'd like to catch up on some of the goings-on so far in the fall season. First of all, congratulations go out to the Pendleton Heights boys and girls cross-country teams. The Arabians were named the Programs of the Week by Hoosier Cross Country. The girls are ranked number 5 in the state, and the boys are ranked number 17. Over on the volleyball side of the equation, Alexandria is unbeaten and ranked number 2 in Class 2A. Hot on their heels are the Madison Grant Argyles at number 3. Both teams will be competing next week in the Madison County Tournament. We have already crowned a pair of Madison County champions this fall. Both of them reside in LaPel. The girls' golf team remains undefeated and is the county champs, and the boys' tennis team, ranked number 25 in the state, also won a county championship. On the gridiron, we enter Week 3 this week with Shenandoah as the area's only unbeaten team. The Raiders are ranked number 6 in Class 1A. But our focus this week is on the Anderson Indians. The tribe is coming off an impressive 30-20 victory against Pendleton Heights, their first and 5 tries in the rivalry. We caught up with head coach Robert Brown and star wide receiver DeSean Johnson. Hi, welcome to Anderson High School. I'm sports editor George Bremer. My guest today, Indians wide receiver DeSean Johnson. DeSean, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What did it mean for this team to get a big win on Friday night, especially after a strong performance in the second half of the opener at Yorktown?
I mean, we knew we had it. We knew we had the talent to beat them. And personally, we all think we should have beat Yorktown. If we had another quarter, we feel like we could have got it. But we knew we have the talent on this team to do big things, and we just needed to make history by beating Pendleton for the first time, and now time to make more by winning the conference.
You really look at that first game, and if you could take away a few turnovers, a couple penalties here and there, it's a completely different football game.
Yeah, we wish we could have played the way we played in the second half the whole game.
What was the key to cleaning some of that up against the Arabians?
Coaching. Coaches came out here, told us all the mistakes we made, and told us basically to fix it. And they coached us up on it, and we got it done.
You mentioned winning the conference. Obviously, this week, huge opener against Muncie Central, another rivalry game. How do you stay up 2 weeks in a row for such big contests?
To be honest, I didn't know it was a rivalry game, but, we're just doing what we're doing. Just coaches us the same way. Just going to go out there and do what we do.
You just take it 1 week at a time?
Yeah, 1 week, 1 win at a time is hopefully. That's what we're trying to do.
Dylan Barron really seemed to find a groove against Pendleton Heights, and really the second half against Yorktown. Is this a rhythm offense? Is that important to this offense?
Yeah, once we get in rhythm, we're not going to get out of it. Because once our defense plays well and we play well, we're a state-winning team.
How important is it to set the tone for the entire NCC schedule on Friday?
It's pretty important. We come out here and get the first win, and then North Central Conference, they won't be thinking of Anderson as just a easy win. They'll actually fear us, which we're hoping most teams in the state will start doing that after this year.
Well, with Muncie Central as well, it's not just a conference opponent; they're a sectional opponent this year as well.
Yeah, we could play them sectional too, and it's basically we're just going to do what we do, like I said, and get the win.
What's the key on Friday? What do you need to do to be successful as a team?
We need no turnovers like we did against Pendleton, defense play well like we did against Pendleton, and we're set.
We want to thank DeSean for joining us. We also talked with Coach Brown about the importance of Friday's game against Muncie Central. And we're back here at Anderson High School. I'm sports editor George Bremer. My guest, Indians football coach Robert Brown. Coach Brown, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, how important was it to kind of put things together? I know you still won a full 4 quarters, but you're able to limit the penalties, get rid of the turnovers against Pendleton Heights, and you get your first victory of the year.
Yeah, well, we'll always take the win, first of all. Regardless of how we play, it's always a good thing if we win. But like you said, we look at wins or losses at what we can improve. So sometimes the final score doesn't necessarily indicate how well you played or how bad you played. We played well enough to win, and that's good, but there's a lot of mistakes, like you said, in that first half that we need to get figured out before we play Muncie.
When you look at the Yorktown opener, I think there were 5 turnovers, there were 13 penalties. You take away some of those things, this might be a 2-0 football team right now.
Yes, and that's what I told the guys, after the Yorktown game. So several people came to me and were like, "Oh, you got to be happy that you fought back." And I was like, yeah, to a point. But if we can play like that in quarters 3 and 4, that means we can play like that in quarters 1 and 2. And instead of us being satisfied with a close loss, we'd have to turn those into wins. And so, and that was my message all last week. It's like, guys, we're right there, but we can't be a team that's content with playing close. We have to be a team that wants to win.
You talked about before the season hanging a banner, getting a conference title, getting a sectional title. Mm-hmm. You have an opponent on Friday who really stands in the way of both those things.
And our team meeting on Monday, that's what I brought up. Like, not only is this our first conference game, but this team is also in our sectional. So we might end up playing the same again. And so to accomplish the things, a lot of our goals will be either first-time goals for the school or first time in a long time goals for the school. Pendleton was one of those first time in a long time goals. But as far as hanging the conference, that hasn't happened since '83, and I believe that's the only time that has happened. And we've never won a sectional championship. And so I told the guys on Monday, this Friday is the first step in toward being that first team to be on the wall, first football team. We have individual players on the wall in the school, but we don't have a team photo of a football team because we haven't accomplished winning the sectional. But our first goal is to win the conference, and the first step for that is on Friday.
Thanks again to DeSean and Coach Brown for being our guests this week. We've got another busy week ahead of us. Highlight games on the gridiron include the Indians' battle with Muncie Central, Pendleton Heights HHC opener against Newcastle, Anderson Prep hosting LaPel, and a key CIC battle between Elwood and Madison Grant. Also this weekend, Anderson University kicks things off in full swing. We'll be covering a soccer doubleheader for the Ravens on Saturday. You can follow all the action with us in print, here at heraldbulletin.com, and on Twitter at THB Sports.